Best, pure genius.
Charlton beaten, done in two minds. Clyde Best, good header, well caught by Stepney. Billy Bonds under this. James for Manchester United. Charlton. Bobby Charlton, a gift from his former England skipper. And a good ball from Gowling for Willie Morgan. He's got O'Neill going outside him and three men inside. One is Law, playing it for Best. Best has made room for his left foot. George Best, these days, without a defender standing right on his heels, looking really the player we've always known him to be, but so rarely had the chance to see him be. A player given a yard of room who can be so deadly. That was a tremendous shot and a good save from Bobby Ferguson. Charlton waiting for the streamers to subside, and now he'll be able to take his corner. Sadler is up there at the near post. Good back header. West Ham appealing for offside. The corner hit to the near post. Sadler runs out to meet it, gets in a good back header, and Best or Sadler could have put it in. Best it was who scored, his 7th of the season. Was he offside? West Ham thought so. Mr. Kirkpatrick was never in doubt. 1-0 to Manchester United. Redknapp. Real setback for West Ham. We've done all the attacking. Bonds. Sadler putting it away after James didn't get a header that was really positive. Gowell, Charlton, George Best. Good ball. Cooper's gone outside him. And the switch back inside. Good header by Gowling. Law trying the overhead and not making contact. Manchester United improvising all along the line there. Good header from Hurst to Clyde Best. Robson, Jeff Hurst. Brooking. Clyde Best on his right. And onside. Really not quite sure what Best was intending there, and I'm not sure that he was himself. Seemed in two minds about whether it was a cross or a shot. Well, midway through this first half, and it really is turning into quite some game. Morgan. Willie Morgan's cross for Dennis Law's head, not finding it. McDowell cleared. This is Redknapp. Moore and McDowell. Bonds. Taylor. West Ham caught fiddling, but making something of it now. Robson. Moore. And a cross to Lampard. One for James. O'Neill. Kidd. Beautiful ball from Kidd to Best. O'Neill, who'd intelligently kept going and plays a good cross. Taylor's cleared. George Best losing it from Brooking. No foul. Redknapp. Robson. Lampard. Bobby Moore. Billy Bonds wanting one wide out on Moore's right. That's McDowell going ahead of him. McDowell in the move now. Again for Clyde Best, head, and it's found it! advance booking. One goal at each end, Best and then Best. That time made from a good bit of work by Bonds. Bonds then playing it out to McDowell, and McDowell measuring his cross right onto the head of the tall Best, and so it's 1-all. Gowling, fine play by Gowling. That long stride again. Morgan. Law through the middle. Gowling in the move once again. Kidd. Bobby Moore for West Ham to Hurst. Intercepted by Bobby Charlton. One for Law to jump for. It was too high for him. He's now chasing Lampard out and made Lampard concede the corner. Typical bit of Law initiative. Sadler again has gone up. This is the situation which made the Manchester United goal. Well, I don't think we can expect them to work the same move. Tommy Taylor's header. George Best! This incredible ability that George Best has to turn. When the corner came over, it was Tommy Taylor's head that was underneath it. When it came down, Dennis Law seemed to get a forehead to it, but it was George Best pivoting on one foot and hitting the ball with the other, who slammed it in to make it 2-1 with 2.5 minutes to go to half-time. George Best's 8th goal of the season.
But Bestie saved his own brand of magic for the second half.
Dennis Law was at the near post. Bobby Moore scoops the ball up. Done out to Charlton. Gone after it himself. Now gives it to Charlton. And a good pass it was too. Oh, this looks lovely. Charlton nearly made it, but Bobby Charlton sets off on one of those runs with the ball coming down on his left foot. There's always thunder in the air. Well, if West Ham did the attacking in the first half, the second half, Manchester United have really been pulling out the stops. George Best swinging it in. Palmed down and cleared by Brooking, but that was a dangerous clearance by Ferguson. George Best in again. Touched off his toe by Robson. Redknapp to bring some relief to West Ham. Moore to McDowell. Bonds. The ball to Brooking. Brooking has made a space, and he scored! All Brooking's own goal. He was given a good pass, but there was still a lot of work to do then. And it was that body swerve and then the switch to the left that made the opening, and his left foot that gave Stepney no chance. 2-2 the score. Trevor Brooking's first goal of the season. Kidd. Header again by Taylor. Bobby Charlton scrambling for the ball there, and Billy Bonds penalised. Just possible Charlton might hit this one. No, he plays it for Law. Best was on the move, but McDowell intercepted. Redknapp held it too long. Law, Bobby Charlton. Now Dennis Law was standing there in an offside position, but I think we shall see that the ball was played back to him by a West Ham defender. He slotted it back to Bobby Charlton, and Charlton, no mistake, 3-2, Manchester United lead. Bobby Moore under this. Gives it to Bobby Charlton. And that's where Charlton likes to shoot from. And he's got it! No, it's just past. Touched away by Ferguson. I thought it had gone into the net. Ferguson signalling that he didn't touch it. Kirkpatrick has given the corner and it's been taken. George Best sold 2 dummies and now has made a chance for himself. His hat-trick! George Best tempting Bobby Moore in and playing it out to Morgan. Morgan to Law to Best. Best's cross for Kidd. Headed away by Taylor, but Charlton coming in. Lovely dummy and a beautiful cross. Dennis Law and away by Moore. By Bobby Moore. What a great game this has been. George Best to take it. For Kidd! Disallowed. Mr. Kirkpatrick won't have it. Brian Kidd riding in on the backs of those defenders and maybe pushing as he came.
In fact, you didn't have a great deal of space, particularly with that second goal today, the one you hit on the turn.
Yeah, it's one of these things. You just see the ball and it's a half chance and you just whack it and keep your fingers crossed. Luckily it went in.
And the third one? What about that?
Well, I can't remember much about it. I just kept running until I saw space and hit it.
I must say the crowd did you proud, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they were a bit pleased, yeah. Not as pleased as I was.
Well, now, you've got 9 already, and here we are only halfway through September. Do you see a target for this season?
Well, I'd like to beat the most I've scored in a season, I think, was 28.